something stable. And when you sit on the chair, sit on the edge of the chair if you can, rather than sitting all the way back. So come forward so that you're kind of like half on it. I'll turn the chair so you can see me. So I'm here. And that's gonna help, just how we talked about before with the block underneath us, is helping to get the pelvis in the correct alignment. So find your feet are on the floor. If they're not on the floor, get something, maybe a couple of books or something, so that you feel supported on your feet. Take your hands onto your thighs. Closing the eyes. Turn the palms to face upward. Take your first finger and thumb to touch. Allow your shoulders to soften down, your back. And as you're inhaling here, let's start to count the breath in. And see if you can make the exhale a second longer. And a slow breath in. Feel that through the belly and then up into the chest and back. Exhale and feeling the chest fall, the rib cage fall. Feel the softness of the belly. If you want, you can take your hand onto your belly and your other hand onto your chest. And let's all do that actually. Let's start to feel that. So as you're breathing in, feel the breath underneath your lower hand, and then it lifts up into the upper palm. And then as you're exhaling, feel it fall from the upper chest down to the lower belly. Notice if you're hunching your shoulders, slow breath in, and allow the space to fill in between your ribs. Feel them open up. And exhale again, feel that softness from the rib cage to the belly. We're going to try to keep this breath as we move through the practice. Taking your hands just by your sides so that you're holding on to the sides of the chair. Bring your toes or heels up and then toes or heels down. Heels up so you come onto your toes, and heels down. Up and down. Up and down. Now as you're doing this, see if you can spread your toes when you bring your heels down. Point them when you bring the heels up. So lift the heels, point your toes, drop the heels, spread the toes. Keep moving. Even if you don't feel like there's a lot of movement to the bottom of your toes, just try. Get that space and just keep moving. Get those muscles to start activating. A couple more. And with this next one, we'll hold the left foot down. Bring the right heel forward, and let's start to circle the right ankle slowly. When you do this, again, see if you can point the toes, and then as you push out the heels, spread your toes, point your toes, and spread the toes. Let's go the opposite way. As you're doing this, we're still maintaining that easy breath. See if you can go a little slower. Release, foot down. We'll just switch sides. Left foot forward. Point the toes, and then let's start to circle. And then press out of the heel and spread the toes. Point the toes and circle. Really try to feel what's going on into that ankle joint and through the muscles, through the calf and the shin. Let's go the other way. Really exaggerating the space that you can create between the toes. I see there's more people joining. I did start early. I started at 7 instead of 7:15, but you didn't miss much if you're joining me. Come to seated. We just did some calf raises and some ankle rolls. And next movement, right knee comes into the chest. Take your hands to interlace through the right knee and pull the knee towards you. Now as we're here, I'll turn my chair sideways so that you can get, I had some water here. Okay, I didn't want to knock the water over. So remember, we're on the edge of the chair. The knee is into into the chest. I don't want you to round your back here. So get your upper back straight and strong and use the biceps and the back to pull your thigh close to you. Keep imagining the crown of your head is reaching tall and keep equalizing the shoulder blades down your back. We've got a couple more breaths here. Really engage your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades and actively resist it with the knee. One more breath in. And exhale to release. And we'll switch sides. So left knee comes into the chest. Lift through your chest. Pull in, but resist back out. Elbows stay in. It's kind of like you're doing a row. You're resisting it though with that knee. And shoulder blades are down. Crown is tall. Notice that right foot, it's relaxed. Keep breathing. Imagine you're pulling your shoulder blades down, down, all the way down towards your hips. Strong through your biceps. Squeeze your elbows down. Take one more breath in. And exhale to release. From here, we're straightening the heels forward. I will just show you as I turn my chair again. The legs are going to go directly forward. We want to get a stretch to the low back and the hamstrings. Be aware your chair must be stable for this, so be aware. I don't want you to push your chair back. If you need to, do one leg at a time. And then we're folding forward. We're not rounding the back, so think about getting your belly button towards your thighs, not necessarily your forehead down. Your chest is staying up. Pull your shoulder blades back, lift your toes. We're trying to access the hamstrings, the backs of the knees. Lengthen your low back. Take a deep breath in, pull your shoulder blades down, and exhale to come up. And from here, left foot stays down. We're going to keep the left heel forward the way it was. Now take your right knee to your chest, and then the ankle goes to your left thigh. So now we're kind of like in that figure four. You can stay here or start to bend your left knee and take the knee underneath or ankle underneath your knee. So now this is like a seated pigeon. You can allow your chest to come a little more forward. But remember, we're not rounding the back. So find that same position that we had when we were just folding straight forward. It's a straight spine. Again, if you need to, the left leg can stay straight as you go. Hands can hold your chair for support. Make sure that you're doing this and you feel supported. If you feel like you're gonna fall, your body's not gonna allow any comfort and relaxation to take the shape that we're looking for. So now let's find that breath, inhaling into the chest, the belly, expanding through the back. And let's come up with the inhale. Take the right knee into the chest. Now let's take the hands behind the right hamstring and lift the heel up. And just hold here, pushing out of the heel. See if you can lengthen your spine a little bit. Lift your chest. And if you want, you can reach for the calf if you have that range. So I'll show you from this angle. We're here, only if you want. And we'll release. And find your balance again through the bottom, through your foundation, your feet. Now your right heel is forward. Left ankle to the right thigh. Stay here if this is enough, or drag your right foot in. Lengthen through your spine, and then fold when you're ready. Remember, it doesn't matter how close you get to your leg. Explore the sensation that you're feeling in your hip. So keep lifting and folding, and then once you've found where it feels good, starting to open up into that left side, just breathe there, find that breath we started with, filling up, and then start to direct it through into that left hip. Notice you can lengthen your exhale, and it'll soften that hip a little more, so use that. And we'll come balance. Bring the arms up to a T. Take the left hand to your right outer knee. Your right hand can go to the chair behind you or to your right side of your chair. So you choose how far you create this twist, but be aware what's going on with your knees. We still want them to stay forward. Your hips are staying where they are, and the twist is happening in the spine. So again, it doesn't matter how far you go, don't force it. But wherever you are, find your shape and let the crown go up as you create the twist. You're gonna have more range of motion that way. And as you're exhaling, feel that softness of your belly, and that's gonna get you to go a little bit further towards that right side. Notice if you're tensing into the feet or the thighs, let that go. And we'll come back through center. Reach the arms up. Take the right hand to the left knee, and the left hand goes wherever it feels good for you. Chest is open, and the left arm is wherever creates the most space for you. Left hip pulls forward. Shoulders are equal to the floor. Notice if you're hunching your left shoulder up, drop it down. Now find your breath is longer. Expand into your inhale. Lengthen out of your exhale. Notice if you can relax through the thighs or the feet. Inhale to come back through center. Reach the arms up. As we exhale, take the arms out to a T. The left arm goes in front and under the right. Let's hold the shoulders. Now notice here, try to have your elbows down. There's a bad choice of color with my arms, you can't see them. Maybe I'll go here so that you can see what's going on. So my left arm is over. I'm just lifting my elbows. They don't have to go very high. I'm lifting my chin. And as I exhale, I tuck the elbows into the belly, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale to come up. Lift the elbows, lift the chin, and exhale to come down and round. Think about pointing your elbows right into your belly button. Now, as you're doing this, be aware, don't hunch your shoulders up. We want the movement to come into the thoracic spine, a little bit into the backs of the shoulder muscles, but I don't want you hunching up into your neck. That's just going to create more tension. One more, and exhale to neutral spine. Arms wide, inhale. Exhale, the left arm goes under this time. Hold your shoulders. One side's gonna feel different than the other, not a big deal, just be aware, and then find softness wherever you are. Find your breath. And as we inhale, lift the elbows, lift the chin. Don't hold your breath. As you exhale, move through the thoracic spine. Bring the elbows towards your belly button. Inhale to come up. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Lift the elbows. Exhale and round. Really create space between the shoulder blades. Spread the shoulder blades apart. Inhale to come up. You're trying to get the elbows off of your chest. And exhale to round. We'll do one more. Inhale, open it up. Don't hold your breath. Exhale to a neutral spine. Arms up, inhale. Take your left hand to the side of your chair. Hold it there. Take your right hand to your left ear. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Notice if you're bringing your shoulder up, let your shoulder come down. If you need more, you can take your left hand underneath that left side of your chair. Don't pull with your hand, just use the weight of your hand. Now find your breath, let your exhale fall down your left side of your neck. And inhale to come up. Reach the arms up. Take the right hand to the outside right of your chair, left hand right ear, and left ear to shoulder. Don't pull with the hand, be aware, and also notice if you're lifting the left shoulder to the ear, let it come down. Direct your breath into the right side of the neck. And we'll come back up through center. Both hands can rest on the thighs. Take the chin into the chest. Roll the right ear towards the right shoulder, keeping the chin into the collarbones, and roll it into center and left ear towards the left shoulder. Keeping the chin to the collarbones, and we're going side to side. We're just bending at the neck, so try not to hunch your shoulders. Your shoulders are still in line with the front of the room. Draw them back a little if you can. We'll do one more on each side. And this is our last one. Finish on the left. Bring it back to center and come up. Chin parallel to floor. Take a few breaths here. Maybe close the eyes and feel the energy rushing up into the brain as we free that area. The blood can flow upward. And as you're exhaling, notice if you're holding any residual tension through the body, let it go. And now with the next inhale, we'll open the eyes. Turn so that you're facing the left wall. So you're still on your chair, facing me. Your chair is facing me, but you are facing the left wall. Keep your left foot, so you're gonna come off to the edge of the chair. So my left thigh is on the chair. My left foot is on the floor. Take your right foot back. So you can be here with your right foot, your right knee pointing forward, or slide it back and find a warrior two position. So that left thigh is on the chair and the right foot is back. And then notice here, you can play around with the alignment of that right leg, whatever feels good to you. So the left thigh is supported by the chair. Now see if you can get your shoulders, moving them forward and back like this. Like you're reaching the left fingers and you're reaching the right fingers back, left fingers forward. We'll do a couple more. And then we'll find balance so that the shoulders end up directly over your hips. Arms in line with the shoulders. Bring your gaze to the left arm. And notice here if you can just feel some space into the inner thighs. Activate your glutes and try to pull open the left knee to the left and the right hip back. Take one more breath in. And as we exhale, take your right hand to your right thigh. The left palm faces the ceiling, and we reach up and back. So we're trying to open up through that left side. Now, if your right leg is forward, you can still do this movement. You're not going to lean as far back because you don't have that stability, but that's okay. Feel it out. Do what works for you. Don't hold your breath. Inhale and feel it expand into that left side. And exhale. Come down with the left arm, bring the knees in back to neutral chair. Notice how that feels. Roll the shoulders back and forward and back. And just noticing how that feels to the upper back. We're trying to create balance here, so find neutral shoulders and neutral hips. We're going to switch sides, so knees now point to the right wall. Ground your feet. Slide onto the right hip is on your mat, and then the left foot slides. But actually, let's all start here. So right knee pointing to the right wall, left knee is pointing to me. And then if you want, you can start inching your left foot back. Stay grounded in your right thigh. So find what works for you here. I have my thigh right on the mat, or on the chair, and then my left thigh is lengthening on the inner thigh. But you can play around with what works for you. This is good. This is good. Arms up to a T. And let's go forward and back. Try to keep your shoulders back so that you're not hunching forward. Couple more. See about their left foot. If it's out to the left, ground it down if you can. So that's going to give you more power to reach. Now we're going to come to center. Find that your shoulders are right over your hips, no matter where that left leg is. And now our gaze is to the right thumb. And breathe here, finding ease in your breath and in your posture. Doesn't help you if you're holding it with tension. Maybe smile here. Left hand comes down the left thigh, right palm faces the ceiling, and start to reach up and back. Turn your gaze to the right inner elbow if you'd like, or you can turn your gaze down to the floor, whatever feels better for your neck. And breathe into your right side. Expand and open there. Feel your exhale as you come back up to center and move back to neutral chair. As we inhale, we're going to come up to stand, to lift the hips and then come back down. I'll show you from this side. We're just coming up, lift the hips, and come back down. Okay? Inhale up, gaze forward, exhale down. We're trying to keep the spine straight as you're moving. We're doing a couple more. Lift the hips, exhale down. Lift the hips, exhale down. Now we're coming all the way up to stand and down. And up, and down. Am I cheating because I'm making you stand instead of staying seated? I think we can do it though. We'll do 5 more, just these mini squats. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. So now we're gonna just slide over to the right side, left side of your chair. Your right thigh stays on the chair. Take your left leg and slide it back. I'll show you from this angle. We're sliding it back. So now your toes are down, and your heel is up. And you can play around again with how far you want that left leg to go. Forward. Moving on to your left side, on your left thigh, and your right leg goes back. So we're on the right side of the chair, left thigh is on the chair, and we're doing a kind of like a crescent lunge. And breathe into that right hip. And we'll come back. Take a hold of the left side of the chair for balance, and moving back in to seated. Take your hands on your thighs. Turn your palms to face up. Bring your first finger and thumb to touch, and close the eyes. Remember that breath we began with. Filling up your belly, filling up your back. Notice here how you feel in your seat. If you need to adjust your posture, find something that you can hold comfortably here. The breath is moving freely. Bring awareness into the bottoms of your feet. Allow them to soften. Bring awareness into your ankle joints, your calf muscles. Let them relax. Bring awareness into the knee joints, the thigh muscles. Notice if you're holding any effort there, let it go. Bring your awareness into your belly. Let it soften as you breathe. Awareness into the rib cage. Feel your lungs expanding underneath your ribs. Allow that breath to now soften. Bring your awareness into your shoulders, your arms, your hands. No effort needed here. Bring your awareness into your jaw, your cheeks, your forehead. Let that go. With the eyes remaining closed, bring your focus, your gaze, to your third eye. So the space between the eyebrows and about an inch above that. Focus your gaze, your internal gaze, look there. Direct your breath there. Direct your energy, direct your focus there. Center of deep knowledge, deep intuition. Everything you need to know is there. Let's take a deep breath in and smile. Exhale out of the mouth. Taking your hands to your heart. Gently opening the eyes. Thank you guys for being here with me. Namaste.